Why isn't my shit loading? I hate how I cannot walk in the corner store. I hate it. Just so we're clear, Unit 10 will be out of service for the shift. For maintenance. So all medical equipment has been moved to Unit 9. Rudy, get in Engine 1 and bring it to the training center. this train tower is all the way up to the roof. Oh shit. Damn. Right in the back of my engine. Thanks. Fantastic. For real, Keontae, you just did. How many times does that make you losing your evoc? It makes what, the second time? Like, this cap's never finished loading it for me, and it's really pissing me off. Yeah, it's only a couple years newer at that, I believe. Why must it? Why? No, I want to sit down. The real question is, how do you do the thing with the curtains on the stage? Yeah, but where? Oh, there we go. There's on this side too. Okay, so we're gonna go over some camera control. Um, Basically, this class will teach you the different types of fire attack that we do. We also go over scene size up. We go over different ways to advance a hose line into the building that's burning. We also go over, a little bit of smoke reading. There's so much that you can talk about threat control. It's an easy, 40 plus hour class that we're all required to have done it, at least for your basic. Now, with this, we're not going to go into all of it. We're basically going to go over the different types of fire attack because there's 3 different types. We're basically going to go over a couple different ways to advance the hose line, and then we're going to go over scene size up. So that's what we're going to be doing with this training, and then of course we'll be answering calls in between because that's what we do. So that's the plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet out in the training tower. You do need to be in full bunker gear. You don't need SCBA though, but you do need bunker gear because you're going to be around fire. And we're just going to go over. We're going to set up different scenarios, and we're going to discuss how we would attack those scenarios. So, Keontae, you and I need to make our way to the training tower, and we need to set these up. So, basically, what I want to do is on the second floor, I want for this scenario, we need to set up a small fire somewhere in here. Small fire and some smoke. Not too dark, but not, white smoke either. That's what we need to do on the second floor. While I get myself new tools. So, second floor. Okay. Maybe back more over here so it's not right at the entrance. Move it more towards the back corner. Set the fire up. I want some smoke. Yeah, like right there. That's good. Some like grayish smoke. Not white, but not black either. And make sure the smoke is visible. So, basically, in this scenario, you're dispatched to a call for a report of smoke coming from the second floor of a building. On that second floor, once you get here, you'll see a bunch of smoke, and then what do you think we will be? How do you think we'll be positioned when we get to this fire, potential fire? How do you all think we will be positioned when we get to this fire? Yeah, you'll roll up and you'll see smoke kind of like this. How do you think we're going to be positioned? Okay, so going inside. So we're going to do an offensive attack. That's what that means. If we go into it, it means we're going to go offensive. It means we're trying to protect this structure that is burning. So then we would go in. Your first due engine would advance their first hose line, and what we do is when we advance it, you want the nozzle and the first coupling at the door. That gives you 50 feet. 50 feet at the door could get you pretty much anywhere inside a structure. From the front to the back. Yeah, if it's confirmed that there's no victims, but the thing is, the only way it's confirmed is once we search. So this right here would be an example of an offensive fire, if there is fire. And then we'd go in and attack the fire. In this case, there is fire on the first floor, and it has been isolated to a single room in the Bravo Alpha corner of the structure. So in the front left corner, on the second floor, there was a fire. So basically, we would go in, we would find that fire and attack said fire. And we would also notify, at this point, a small fire like that, you might need an engine or a couple. Like we always keep resources rolling, and if we don't need them, we can easily send you back. Now, let's break this down and let's show them a defensive fire. So defensive, while he's breaking this down, and we're going to reset. So a defensive fire is a whole lot worse than that. Defensive, we're not worried about protecting this structure because we know it's going to burn. We're worried about protecting other structures around the burning building. So we would say, like, say if this building was to catch fire and it got out of control, our main priority would be to make sure we protect the training center over here and make sure that it didn't go up in flames. Let's go make sure you put it out. We're going to tighten this up a little bit. We need to do a bigger burn building. Okay, let's go to the third floor. And we're going to keep those props on the second floor. Go ahead and remove that smoke too while we're at it. So we're going to go up here to the very top. And this room that I'm standing at, and this very top room, I want it engulfed. I want flames. And I want dark, heavy smoke. I want to see a roaring fire. Let's see, roaring on both floors. And you know what? Just for cracks and giggles. We're just at night. Because that's when 90% of our structure fires we get, you're looking at about this time of night. It's usually not, we're not usually getting big roaring fires during the day. They're all going to hit usually once everyone's in bed and it's dark. Well, you don't need an SCBA on anyway. We're not taking you inside the building. We are just demonstrating the different types of fire and how we would attack it. So DeAndre is going to set us up right now for defensive operations. Not DeAndre, Keontae is going to set us up right now for defensive ops. That way we can see what exactly is going to happen. I want that fire going. I want a big fire. I want almost full fire. I want to see engulfs. I want to see it engulfed. You make it as big as you can make it. You make it as big as you can make it. And I want dark, heavy smoke. You know what? Just because I want to see what's going to happen, go to the create button. Now, that's a fire. So at this point, what we're looking at, this would be considered defensive ops. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can see. So this would be considered defensive ops. So, let's make the fire 20. Yeah, this place is going down. So at this point, I'm not worried about saving this structure. I know it's going to burn. And if there is anybody in there, right here, we would be fighting this from the exterior. That's what defensive operations is. We're fighting this from the exterior. We do not go inside until we get this down. And once this goes down, it's going to burn. So our main goal is to protect the training center behind us and to protect any vegetation around. So we're going to be using a lot of monster streams, which our engines will carry, and we will have an aerial monster stream as well. And we will also be using, very heavy 2.5 nozzles. We will have a second alarm response, so that'll be multiple departments. At this point, the building has probably flashed and is probably fixing to collapse. So defensive operations means we're protecting everything around it. So that engine, yeah, put that over there for some scene lighting. Thank you. So basically, and back up. So we're looking at major defensive operations here. If there is anybody still in this building at this point, there's a slim chance they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. Because they're going to be up in smoke. Screw that for now. So, now we're back to our standard offensive operations. What I want to do is I want to make this fire just a bit bigger on all ends. So we're going to keep it going, but I want it bigger. Because what the goal is on this one is we're going to do transition. So what that means is we're going to start from the exterior. So this right here, you're fighting from the exterior first. Once you get the exterior knocked down, then we're going to go inside and find the seat of the fire and get it put out. And we also have a second hose line in place to keep this knocked down. So that's going to be your 3 types of fire attack. And depending on what's on fire and, how large the fire is when the first commanding officer gets on scene to give the on-scene report, then we'll know what we're in for. And when we read smoke, you see a lot of hazy smoke right now. That means this fire is just starting out. Once you get to a point where it's dark, it's turbulent, it's thick, you're looking at possible flashover. And you're going to see everything raise up too. The fire and everything's going to go up, and it's just going to go. So those are things that we look for. So when we did our size up, we knew that we had a hydrant right over here for the training center. We know that there's a hydrant there. When we come up, when we give people that one scene of a 4-story barn tower. I've got flames showing on the amber on the sides, on the outside of those, and I've got thick white smoke. And then, we would attempt to do a 360 of the entirety of this structure. I want to know that everything around this structure has been checked. Make sure there's no hazards for the crew, because I don't need to be sending. Well, in this instance, so don't worry about getting the tower, but in this instance, we would be bringing the tower in this instance. This would be tower and because it would be considered a commercial structure. So per 95's run card, the tower would be coming. You would have the tower, the engine, the rescue unit team would be coming for rehab. We'd have the medic unit, and we'd we would actually have multiple departments coming. But for the demonstrations, we don't need the tower because that's just not what we're not here to get into fire. We're here to look at it. And if anything else, go watch some fire porn. Go on YouTube and just look up different fire responses, and you will actually see at first glance what these people do. You know. So let's go ahead and put some of this fire out. Okay. There's a little bit in there. So let's go ahead and put these out. And then we're going to practice the advancement of the hose line. Here, let's do this. Let's make it a little bit lighter in here. So let's just see what I'm doing. Yeah, we got thick, heavy smoke too. See this right here? We would also be considering a defensive fire with all this smoke. So yeah, you got fire going everywhere. It would be nice if we had an actual thermal imaging camera in game, so we can actually see what this fire is doing as far as heat is concerned. What did you do with the smoke up on the 3rd floor? You haven't get. As I'm on fire. We're messing around when I said big fire. You gave big fire. That's what I like. I don't know where the damn smoke is coming from. Oh, we got it up. There we go. Okay. So, at that point, this building would have been a total loss. And there would have been no way in hell that we were going to get there would have been no way in hell that we would have been able to do an offensive attack with this fire. It wouldn't happen. So that would have been a defensive attack. And then we also did transitional, meaning we would start from the outside and make our way in. So what we're going to practice now is actually the advancement of that hose line. So what I want you to do is that you're going to take your first 50 feet. So you're going to take the nozzle to the door here, and then your first coupling will also come to the door. That'll give you 50 feet to make it all the way to the structure. So I want whoever's got a hose in hand, I want you to bring the nozzle and the first coupling up to that door. Not sure how realistic that'll be in Roblox, but we'll make it work. Why hasn't the medic unit still loaded in for me? Like, some of these trucks still have not loaded in for me. So basically, we're going to go. I'll simulate this in the best way possible. So if you guys come over here and look what I've done so far, basically this blue right over here, well, it fucked up, shit. Basically what I did, and we'll simulate it again. So basically that loop, we'll say that first loop right there is my coupling. So from the nozzle to that first coupling is 50 feet. Theoretically, if I kept going, that would get me to the back of the structure from the inside. And if it cannot do that, then we're also going to be looking at other entrances. So, with this one only having entrances on the alpha side, you ain't got to worry. But you also can use windows as entrances if you have to, and exits. We also would be making sure we had a tower set up on the trailer side because our windows are up on the third floor. And we would have extension ladders set up on the as well as have a ladder up in the delta corner, right underneath the balcony. Because we want to make sure that we have ways to enter and exit this house. So that's pretty much how we handle those types of situations and hose advancement. Another thing we also usually go over is different ways to load the hose back. So, we can use flat load or triple load. Now, with all our stuff, we usually triple load it. But if something happens and there's specific types of trucks that require us to flat load, then we can do that as well. The firebox requires an even loaded in for me. What the heck? Like, let's see as a skeleton. That shouldn't even loaded in for me. It's gonna detach that. We'll clean it up. So basically what we're going to do now that we've went over that, keep everything that, yeah, they are, and the first bit of them comes in tomorrow. Like, the medic hasn't even fully loaded in. I'm still, I don't see any livery other than the strap, and I don't even see the front. Like, the chassis doesn't even show anything. It's still grayed out. Engine 1's livery still isn't even fully in yet. Let me reset. And so you start pouring out blood too when you reset. See, 5 still hasn't loaded in. What we get? See nothing call up. I have no call up. So now that we've done all that, when it's time to actually put something there, we know exactly what we're doing. Like engine 2's delivery still haven't been fully loaded yet. Here, let me leave and rejoin. I don't know what it's doing or what it's not doing. Like the game is taking forever for me to rejoin. And when I say I got new PC parts, I mean I pretty much knew everything. I got a new motherboard, a new CPU, a new CPU cooler, an M.2 SSD. I think it's about all of them. And of course, I have to wait on the operating system to come in. Alright, let's try this again. I don't know why it's not letting me rejoin it. Here, let's do this. Let's try reopening Roblox. It's been dispatched out. I'll change that though. Real quick. Not 219. That's not my pin for the laptop. Come on. Right pin, please. Much better. Station 95, Summit-Ironville, Station 45, Glendale Hills, 95, Summit-Ironville, 45, Glendale Hills. I need you all to respond to 10253 Seaside Drive. That's 10253 Seaside Drive. It's near the boat dock. 176-year-old female inside the marina. Paul states that she has been in cardiac arrest. This time, CPR is in progress. Once again, it's 10253 Seaside Drive. Hello. They're going to 10253 Seaside Drive. They should be going with the boat dock. Still not letting me fly. And it won't let me fly. Having major issues. Trying to get to the training center, but I'm not letting me. So over it. I don't know why it's not letting me fly. I don't know why I'm having major issues. Like it will not let me fly. What is going on? And it's not, I don't want emojis. Good Lord. You should be going to the boat dock. You're going to be on Seaside Drive. It is, if you know where the boat ramp is, where we go for boat 5, 10253 Seaside Drive. If you're, once you're on Seaside Drive, you're going to, once you pass the boat ramp, it's a big open lot. We don't need Marine 7. They're not in the water. They're in the building. You. Way up there. Yeah, we can't go in the building, can we? Is there not a door? How is there a building with windows, but there's not a single door in this place? And it's a nice looking building, too. Okay. Dispatch to all units on scene on Seaside Drive. Dispatch to all units on scene on Seaside Drive. Caller advised that they gave the wrong address, that you're actually going to be going to the. You're actually going to be going down. You'll still be off Seaside Drive. You will be going to the greenhouse directly across from the boat ramp on McCollin Avenue. Directly across the boat ramp on McCollin Avenue. Not about more dispatch. We're going to be on scene. I'm not trying to get the rest. Well, she's up and breathing. Huh. I'm not going to cardiac arrest. Ma'am, can you hear me? The paramedics, we're going to take you to the hospital, okay? Let's get you on the stretcher and get you out of the ambulance. Oh, in the stair chair, because we got stairs to go up. No, we can go out this way. Okay, let's take her out this way. Yeah, apparently they do. Let's take her out the side of the building. And take her out to the ambulance. And we'll do a full workup on her. So the car, call to the ambulance. Let's do this. So I get my monitor. Actually, I need to be sitting in my head. Okay. Need a monitor. Let's get an EKG on her and see what's going on. Let's get her to the hospital as soon as possible. Keontae, I need you to secure the POV for me. Secure my car, because we're going to the hospital. No. It's down, Debbie. Hospital's over there. It's right there. Lord have mercy. She actually went in cardiac arrest. She was taken. Get her dispatch us out of the hospital. Patient, what the hell? The same 6-year-old female call was originally reported that she was in cardiac arrest. We got there and she was sitting up breathing. And they're up to the hospital. Her weed starts to close because her pressure decided to run to tank. So she is running fluid. She's got 18 gauge in the left AC. And she is under merit 92%. Other stats were normal. Transfers patient to the ER. Okay, let's go back to my car. 45-minute crew dispatch. Shows clear. That call. Rapid available. Patient residence and pick up this car. See, like the front of the medic is still great for me. It's not, the liveries aren't loading in. You should have just kept going straight. Yeah, you should have just kept going straight. So, in this intersection right here, go like this way. This right here is Coleraine Avenue. It's Coleraine Avenue from the tunnel all the way till it ends. So, this is Coleraine Avenue. Now, eventually, we'll get another hospital again. It's a little bit larger. And behind that goes with the project care. Yep, there's my car right there. Keep on going. See that? You see the greenhouse? Right? Yeah, there's my car.
Yeah.
Thank you. Over dispatch. Show award at station 45. We'll be available for any calls. The training part is, but we're still going to run calls and stuff. Pretty. See, like the brush shows, none of the deliveries are loading in for me. I don't know what I'm doing. What's going on with my computer? The game runs fine, but just nothing's loading in. Like tomorrow, my new processor, CPU cooler, and motherboard will all be here, so it's going to be fun. I mean, the only things I have open is Discord and Roblox. Of course, there's some background stuff running, but I mean, yeah, no, you seem to keep Roblox and Discord open all night because it shows you like 24 hours a day you're on red, and it shows you online in Roblox. Yeah, but I love Chrome. That's why I have 16 gigs of RAM. Maybe I need to upgrade that too. Make it have 32. I don't know. How does this station not have a single TV? Not a single TV in here. I mean, come on. Not a single one. Like the bunks don't even have a TV. Depriving these people, man. You don't even have a sink in the kitchen. Lord. Except none of this is even loaded in. None of it. this into like a panic room or something. Alright, let's wreck Keontae's office. Rob him of everything he's got. Ain't nothing good in here. I'm trying to get some money out of that printer. See if there's anything in the file cabinets. Probably find some in the plants too. Okay, I got all my goodies out of that one. Next. All the goodies. And one more. Oh. That's the wave tech shit. What the hell is this supposed to be? Uh-oh, somebody leaving. If that's ready. You go. And he's back. I'll take burn 7 for a spin. I wish this thing had like max more sounds to it. I'm disappointed. This thing better have 4-wheel drive. Delta 9501 on scene. Take high view prep command at this time. Engine 1, let's go ahead and move up a little bit. Like, where at it? Where? Oh, it's way back there. This full-wheel drive. Yeah, I was taking Marine 7 for a spin when that call came in, so I was not going in search of vehicles. Not the film, though. One dispatch to all 45 minutes clear. The scene time is under control at this time. Okay, we terminated as of 2023. Good deal. Let's walk out. Anybody need anything for the corner store? Anybody need anything for the corner store? I guess that is a no. Too late because I didn't miss. But it's the road, okay. That road. Oh, I hit that red unit. on that pressure. Oh no, hurry up. The light is green. I don't see it. Y'all got air quit. You ain't getting no carrots, you rabbit. We got H2O. I can get some alcohol though. Let's go to the liquor store. We definitely need some of that here. Why is Bush 4 stuck in the middle of Clyde Avenue? Who is driving Bush 4? Kingston, dude. I need to get out of view of the camera. Oh, I hate to use this. Like, I can't drive when you're right there in view of my screen. Anybody need anything for the Spit Halloween trailer? Kingston, get from off. You were like blocking my view, man. And you just ran into me. I can't see what I'm doing right now. Because the cat is literally blocking my view. Stepping on everything. Get down. This is why you get smacked. Stay up there. Stay up there on the damn window. Thank you. Packages. fast rescue comment. Oh, let's do some flying. Let's go. Somebody needs to do some flying. I want to fly. Because F3X won't let me do it. There's like no seats. Depressing. I hate you. How do you make sure people can access it? I guess because they can actually fly though. It's like the heck out. A little higher. Look at Billy with you. The station at least. what exactly are we searching this ship for? This helicopter would be great for something like a aeronautical gasoline air tanker for those fires. And back to 45 again. No, 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 we gonna hit the rocks. They did water rescue training the other day. We get a new boat. Because we're zooming and we're turning in circles. He's fixing to crash this bitch. That's what he's fixing to do. There it is. No survivors. No survivors. He's fixing to go cook a chunk right there in the middle of it. I don't even know. Yeah, I almost died. Um, Can't tell you lose your power sense. Dude, they're also here. Quit, like, you're all up in my grill. I need you to go somewhere else. Go lay down. For God's sakes. Trust me, I need to do the same. I know you don't have grass. Yeah, flip flop, get off the desk. Stay off of it. Shit. You're swinging that bitch. Sounds like and no sounds. So I don't know what's going on with my game. It's really starting to piss me off. Oh, 10200 polygon. None of my sounds are working. I hear the beeping. What is going on? Oh my god. I'm gonna leave and rejoin and figure out what in the hell my computer is doing with the game. I'm having major game problems for no reason right now. It's pissing me off. I don't know what's going on. Nothing's loading. Oh my god. I'm having major game problems today, and it's starting to piss me off. It's not playing in the game. It's not playing in the damn game. I'm getting very frustrated with this computer right now. I don't know what's going on with it. I can't do nothing.